Whitten agreed, we've talked about it, and he agreed that there's no doubt that we need to take a look, see what we can do to improve. And I'm willing to try to help lead that and make that happen. Do I have the blessing of the commission?
I agree. Anything we could do to assure that the elections are transparent and that we work directly with the Secretary of State's office to see to it that confusion doesn't exist with the November 2nd election, I think is very important.
I appreciate the commission on this issue.
Now, Donald has asked to try to help do something, and I'm willing to try to step forward. Okay.
There's two things I wanted to point out. There's somebody that is very dear to Lincoln County that's still in the hospital, Holly Bell Stowers, which is the widow of Buster Stowers. She's been in the hospital now for a number of days, and I just would ask the people of the county to include her in your prayers because she's having a real tough time right now. And you know, coming on the back end of the contest and what's happened with the county since the election, I find it important for me just to point out that, you know, that there's always winners and losers in every election. And there's always people that support one side or the other, no matter where you live. And I think that it's important for us to remember that we're all Lincoln Countyans, and in the end, we agree more than we disagree. And for those who didn't support me in the election that might have supported my opponent, I extend my hand to work with you as much as I do with those who did not, that did support me, because I think it's important to work together, to move forward as a county, and not to divide ourselves, because if we divide ourselves and continue not working together, then we're not going to be able to move this county forward. And in the end, if that happens, we all suffer. So for anyone that didn't support me, that might be hesitant to ask me for help, do not be hesitant to call on me. I will help anyone. I don't care who you supported. I don't care if you didn't even vote. I think it's important that every person has access to this county commission.
Agree with that. Anyone else?
Yep. Well, I think the first step to lead it the right way is Doc Vance to resign from this county commission. Due to the information that has been uncovered in the last few months of where he lives, his filing, that it's all wrong. And Doc, you told us a few months ago if we was right, you'd apologize to us. And if we was right, you would consider resigning. So today I think you ought to step up and resign.
Well, I think the comments I made on that, and you know, I'm not really prepared at this time to go into it in any depth, but I think the comments were that if I was wrong about what I thought went on with the absentee votings, I would apologize and resign. And I wasn't wrong about that. And I think the judge, by throwing out the 309 votes, showed that I was right.
I understood the judge right. He found no wrongdoing. It was conflict in the code book due to the election. That's the best I understood when I stood up there and listened to him Monday.
Well, I kind of got a different take on it. But I will say, you know, the comments I made reflected when I felt the process had been finished, and I don't think the process is finished right now. And as soon as I feel it is, I will make a comment.
But do you feel the 11 people you had on your list is alive and well? That has been proven?
No, I feel just as I did before that the 3 people that I personally knew to be passed away, that I was referring to when I give that information to the Secretary of State and to the prosecutor. At the time I give them that information, I said, I do not have birth dates or addresses of these people, but I recognize them as names that I know of people to be dead. And that's exactly what I have to say today.
So you still feel you live in the right district?
I'll comment on that when the process is finished.
I feel that the prosecuting attorney should look into it for falsifying record. Thank you, Doc.
Anything else? Hearing nothing, bottom of the agenda here, we have some information about next meetings and what's going on. August 28th is the election, special primary. August 31st will be the canvass of that election. This is a quick process at 9 a.m. September the 2nd, we will meet at 4:30, it can't meet before 4, to certify that election. And then, of course, our regular meeting is at 6 o'clock that evening on September the 2nd. So ask for a motion to adjourn this meeting till September the 2nd.
So moved.
Stand adjourned.